I'm too tired to set up my normal vlogging space today, so I'm just gonna vlog from bed, but I want to tell you about Boston. After the post-hurricane blizzard in New York City, New York, what are you doing? I left for Boston, where I was going to speak on a panel at a conference which, despite being about using new media in innovative ways, I failed to film anything for the first few days that I was there. So as I show you random shots around Boston University, you're just going to have to use your imagination and trust me when I say that I had hors d'oeuvres at the British Consul General's house and met people whose books I've read or websites I love and people who work at cool places like Google or Lucasfilm. There were lots of clever uses of previously overdone memes and people who wanted to have real conversations about fanfiction and copyright and all of those sorts of things that we internet people constantly discuss. I spoke on a panel where the amount of people in the room looked like much less from the stage than it looked like when I was sitting in the audience and couldn't see anything except backs of heads. After 2.5 days of the conference, Andrew and I somehow ended up walking along the Charles River after midnight with Henry Jenkins, who I first met as a citation in a paper I wrote for a class several years ago, but who has since slowly become more of a real person as I've learned about his influence on the HPA, been assigned his books for classes, and even gotten to exchange emails on occasion. But now he was a fully real person walking beside me late at night as he and his wife, who is unfathomably cool and reminded me of Ethel Tenenbaum, pointed out places around town that held memories of their many years at MIT as housemasters. The next day we met up with HPA staffer and all-around enviously cool and talented friend EJ.
Anything to say? No, it's been a while since I've been on camera. I forgot how to do it. Just post this as your vlog.
Yeah, basically just this.
Just this. I mean, whatever it is, it's gonna be really profound. I can tell. As good as it gets. Right here. There's no need to even explain why it's happening. I get so awkward in front of cameras. It's like...
We went thrifting, where I bought Anthony's old gym t-shirt, ate veggie burgers, and went to Newberry Comics, which everyone said I had to go to because apparently it's like my brain in the form of a store. And I have to agree, because I was able to purchase something I've been plotting to make for several years. Bam! Winged Hermes shoes. And yes, I wear shoes on my bed. That's one of the sorts of things you get to do when you're a grown-up. Then we went to dinner with some awesome people from This Star Won't Go Out, including the lovely Mrs. Earl, and we all took pictures making fake mustaches for a Movember project. Then on my last night there, we went to a meeting at this super stately brownstone that looked like something in between Downton and Gryffindor Tower, and after the meeting we went up on the roof to clear our heads. As I stood on top of this way too fancy building looking over the city and the Charles River, where just a few nights ago I'd been walking along it discussing politics and TV shows with one of my biggest role models, I was struck by how this whole trip has been about seeing things from the other side. The large buildings that had been pointed out to me on our late night stroll were now tiny figurines as I looked down on them from high up across the river. It was like how when I was seated to speak at the panel, I hadn't known there was a red cloth on the table, because even though I had seen several other panels before mine, I'd been too short to see the table as an audience member. Or how before I'd been to Boston, it was very obvious to me that Cambridge is its own city because that's just a geographical fact. But when you're there, the concept that they're separate cities is so much more confusing because everything is real and small and fluid. There were so many instances this weekend when I realized things I didn't even know I had a need to realize. I was put into new roles or new spaces that maybe I had vaguely imagined before, but which revealed themselves to have all sorts of quirks and nuances and learning curves that I had no reason to ever previously consider. Because after all, why would you even consider what color a tablecloth is if you didn't even know a tablecloth existed in the first place?
Is this a video or a picture? Wait, is this a picture or a video? Wait, is this a video or a picture? Like, wait, so that was a video? Is that a picture? Is this a video or a picture?
Hey, Ashley.
A photo? Are you recording? Is this a picture or video?
Video.
Damn it.
Once more for posterity.
Is this a video or are you taking a picture?